Hello everyone, how are you? So I'm going to cover the episode 2, the same topics that I stated my previous one, how to remain calm in a negative situation. So I want to share a personal story that I received from one of my friends. According to his saying, I'm stating exactly the way he shared to me. I want to recount something which happened to me quite recently. He's saying, this is not a story of anything rare or unique, but is simply the first thing which comes to mind as I attempt to illustrate this important point for you. I was running some errands, doing some routine shopping, and handling some other mundane affairs. I pulled my car into the parking lot at a major retailer, looked for a parking spot, and was happy to find very close to the entrance. As I began to make my way into the empty space at a normal relaxed pace, a car emerged from around the corner and quickly pulled ahead of me, just nearly causing an accident. I could see a nasty look on the face of the driver and that they were yelling something I could not hear. I waited until they turned into the empty space, then continued my search for another space. As I was doing my shopping, I heard a commotion coming from the next aisle, which was the pharmacy. I was hardly surprised as I made my way there to see it was the same person I had an encounter with in the parking lot earlier. Again, the negativity flowing from him was tangible. I could feel the tension in the air that he was making everybody in the area uncomfortable. After receiving a startling amount of medication which I had estimated to be about 15, he went on his way. When I completed my shopping and was ready to pay for my items, I was surprised to find the same individual at the checkout counter. Yet again he was causing the same disruption and uproar as he had earlier. I felt this third encounter could not be coincidence, and I chose to stand in line behind him. He was unable to pay for all of the items that he had picked up and was in the process of carefully choosing which things he could not do without, as the cashier impatiently did her best to help. And I was able to see that he was not missing a large amount, and I offered to pay for the items he could not afford. At first his face seemed filled with pride and contempt, even appearing insulted with my offer. But then his expression softened and he reluctantly accepted. After completing my own purchase and making my way outside, I found him waiting for me and insisted he be allowed to repay me in some way. I asked how he would like to do so and wondered silently how he could, given his obvious financial difficulties. I was surprised when he suggested I come to his home for a meal or possibly some coffee. I did not feel obligated to accept his invitation, but I was quite curious to learn more about this confusing character. So we exchanged phone numbers and made an arrangement to do as he suggested in the following days. I arrived at my new friend's house, whose name I later learned was Robert. At the time we had agreed upon. His apartment was small yet cozy, and the simple meal that he had prepared for us was excellent. After dinner, as we relaxed with some coffee, he told me the story of his debilitating medical conditions, how they kept him in constant pain, and how they were exacerbated by the loss of his wife and his home. Lastly, he told me about how little time his own children spent with him. As it turns out, there was a completely understandable reason for all the anger and negativity that I and all those other people in the shopping center, for that matter, felt within this man. Since our initial meeting, Robert and I have remained friends, and I have become a spiritual advisor to him. It took him a while, maybe weeks or months, but he's come to be a much happier person by simply having a friend and a positive influence in his life. He began to see the world in an entirely different light. Of course, not every such encounter will end in a friendship. Every once in a while, you will be left feeling that nothing was accomplished. I'd like to assure you, though, that your choice to maintain a positive attitude in the face of negativity is a powerful and meaningful thing. Most of all, it can be immensely rewarding for all parties involved. If you allow yourself to be infected with someone else's anger or pain, you will carry their negative emotions into your own affairs. If you'd like a way to discuss further, okay, I want to discuss more other things. Maybe we can choose another day. This could be episode 3. So, brothers and sisters, today our here is now it's almost is the time to go to bed. 11:30 my time is here, and I want to let you all go to bed who is living in Canada and who is in other country.